Okay, we are live. I'm just going to be sending out the stream to a few people, and then we will get started. Okay, let's see. Let's see who is around. Okay. And okay, let's see. Share this here. Hey Lens, how's it going? I like your profile picture. You've got triple grail. That's a secret rare Spider-Man, isn't it? Okay, we've got some interesting stuff today. Some interesting stuff because I touched a little bit on this stuff in Randy's stream, and it seems to have gone a little bit viral. So I wanted to expand more on kind of what I spoke on with regards to VeVe centralization, institutions, VeVe's market value, where that's going to take us, overall NFT market sentiment, whether it's a bubble or not. It kind of is a bubble, but I want to kind of clarify. And where we are going to go next. Hey, Rick, how's it going? Have you bought land from Illuvium? I have not actually purchased any land yet. No, that is one of the things I need to do. I've got money coming in, and I want to buy some IOV because I used to have IOV, and I exited, and I want to get back into it. Actually, I should probably be able to show you guys my Illuvium account as well. Yeah, those are quite solid. Because if VeVe is going to survive, most likely those three are going to survive. I mean, if these three fail, then I don't know what hope there is for VeVe, because these are kind of like cornerstone pieces of the app. Hey, Bernardo, how's it going? I think no, and I'll explain why I think no. So MTL, as you guys know, is to allow money to be moved in and out of the app, right? Mainly out. That's what people want to use it for. So with the MTL, they've had 50 people testing the MTL for a while now. And that number of 50 people hasn't changed. Now, they can't just go from 50 people to everyone on the app. Like, it just doesn't work like that. So they need to onboard an additional group of people to increase the 50. And so they haven't done that yet. What they're going to have to do next, I believe, is they're going to have to increase the number of 50 testers to something bigger, like maybe 200 people. And then they're going to have to spend at least one sprint, which is 2 weeks, testing it. So the fact that I haven't increased the number of 50 testers yet means they've still got quite a lot of testing to do. I don't see them just rolling out to everyone. So I don't believe it's going to be this month. When could it be? Maybe next quarter, some point next quarter. I would just basically lose all expectations of, like, it being delivered when they say it is, and just just leave it as a surprise when it does eventually get delivered. Would I go T1, T2, or T3 land for Illuvium? I would go for whatever I can get, to be honest. I'm quite illiquid right now when it comes to cash. But I'll probably go for T1 if I can. Yeah. So with VeVe right now, I don't know how many people are aware of what the CPF is, right? So I'll explain what the CPF is. Let me just pull up a few things. Okay, I think I can find. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll share the screen and explain to you guys. And by the end of this, all of you will be so bullish on VeVe that you're probably going to go out and sell everything and just buy OMI and VeVe stuff. Don't do that, by the way. That's not financial advice, obviously. Okay. So what I'll do is I will share. Okay. Okay, I'll share this screen. Let's see if that comes up. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So what is the CPF? So the CPF is the Central Provident Fund. So essentially, it's kind of like a. Okay, so we'll go through it together, right? So the CPF website, and this is this information is really important, so that you guys understand why VeVe is going to explode. So this basically talks about retirements, growing of savings, home ownership. This is kind of like wealth management in Singapore, right? So people contribute % of their salaries towards their retirement fund, kind of like a 401k in the US, kind of like pensions in the UK. They have the CPF in Singapore. So what kind of stuff goes into the retirements of people? Like what kind of assets do they invest into? I mean, they pretty much kind of go through, like what's expected. Generally, typically quite safe things like index funds, high yield bonds, all of that good stuff. Stuff that you're not going to lose your life savings, overnight. They're not chucking it into like meme coins or anything. So like saving as an employee, saving as a self-employed person. So this is kind of like your contributions. So under the CPF Act, an employee is defined as blah blah blah. So if you're a Singaporean citizen or permanent resident earning total wages of more than $50 a month, your employer must contribute CPF for you. So that's literally what we have in the UK called pensions. So your employer contributes towards your kind of retirement savings. So that's public money essentially, and that's going towards people's retirement savings. So they're investing into things, right? Things that should see a return on investment. So what has the CPF been pointing at recently for investing? Well, let's have a look. So if I share the next screen with you guys. So okay, here we go. Okay, so this was posted by the CPF, right? Very, very recently, as in like last week. So CPF on their official website, they posted this. What is diversification? Spreading your assets across a variety of investments to reduce overall risk. In other words, not putting all your eggs in one basket, like many-handed Doctor Strange. So the CPF, they're clearly Marvel fans as well. So this is what they talk about. This is generally the kind of things that they invest into, right? ETFs, bank fixed deposits, cash, bonds, FX, stocks, obviously. And then this is a new one. We've never heard them talk about this. NFTs. So the CPF is literally name dropping NFTs in their own advice for investment. So that goes and stands to reason that the CPF most likely has and will invest in NFTs. So imagine if everyone in the US, for example, in their 401ks, their fund managers went and bought a bunch of NFTs, right, across the entire country. That's going to absolutely skyrocket the value of NFTs. So what kind of NFTs did the CPF purchase? Well, the CPF, that public money is being used by fund managers, right? And David Yu himself confirmed that a fund in Singapore, coincidentally, approached VeVe with $1 billion. And obviously that was like the total amount that they had to spend. They most likely didn't spend that much because it is still a speculative asset, but they did approach VeVe, and they most probably invested into some VeVe NFTs as well as a way to diversify. So what happens next, right? Well, he confirmed that we had some of these funds come to VeVe. That's in itself is a pretty big thing. But if we go back and look at the crypto market, right? When these institutions invested in crypto, they were the ones who were able to move Bitcoin from 2K all the way up to 50, 60K. If these institutions pulled out all their liquidity, we'd be back to like a 2K Bitcoin, guaranteed. So, I can name a few, like when Grayscale came in, they massively pumped the crypto market. When funds like, Renaissance Capital, they started coming in with crypto as well. JP Morgan's always like kind of pumping and dumping crypto. But the focus hasn't really been on NFTs when it comes to funds. Oh, what's that noise in the background? I've got a bird in the background. It's like making the Darth Vader sound. Okay, he's a stop now. Yeah. So these funds, they are going to bring a mass amount of money to NFTs. So right now we're at the stage of NFTs when Bitcoin was only $2,000 and it was just, a bunch of Reddit people who are investing in it. That's basically where NFTs are right now. We haven't got any kind of solid platforms. We haven't got any institutional money like coming in yet. It's all kind of like focused still around, Bitcoin and kind of like the main kind of altcoins as well, like Ethereum, Litecoin as well is one that a lot of institutions hold, XRP, that kind of thing. So NFTs, they are going to get institutional investment, I believe. I'm not even, I believe it has started happening. And the NFTs that they're going to invest in will be, I suspect, VeVe NFTs because of the fact that it is centralized. And I can't stress this point enough, right? If something is fully decentralized, that means there's no entity tied to it. There's no financial statements. There's no audit trail. There's no track record. A lot of time, because there's no entity, there's no docs team or anything. That makes it very, very difficult to, kind of like hedge risk for these institutions. So they definitely would prefer like a hybrid model. So VeVe, I believe they are going to let you take your NFTs off the app. However, because it is a company, it is a business, they do have financial statements, they do have a track record, they have all of that stuff. And so that is something that these fund managers can use to assess their risk, decide how much they want to invest in. And that for them is exactly what they're looking for. So what could happen to the VeVe marketplace when that happens? I mean, realistically, we could very, very easily go 10x with the whole the total market liquidity of VeVe. So, wherever you have right now, just imagine that's 10x. Now, obviously, there will be, people selling off. However, there'll be a lot of new people coming in. Now, did people think Bitcoin was going to go 10x when it was at $2,000? Definitely not. Like a lot of people just didn't imagine that. Like it just did not compute to them. However, we went more than like triple that. And now it's like, if Bitcoin ever goes down to $20,000, that's considered really, 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 really cheap. Back when, people thought $20,000 was like just way out of sight. So that's basically kind of like where we're currently at with this NFT space. And VeVe, I believe, is going to be leading that for sure. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can stop the sounds from my bird. I'm going to move him down. Okay, he's a. I don't think he'll make any sounds here. Okay, so chickens. Actually, I'll show you guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can grab one. Okay, so this is the bird that's making the Darth Vader sounds. Okay. Awesome pipes noise. Yeah. Okay, so that's the main thing that people still don't quite get is you know, it can't be fully decentralized, otherwise that's going to put off institutional investors. We know that VeVe has already had high interest from institutions. I believe some institutions have already bought in. Word on the street is there are some funds in Singapore that have VeVe NFTs. However, it was just more of a kind of like dipping their toes in the water. A lot of these funds, these private ones, they will speculate on some of these assets. So, whatever the risk tolerance was, they seem to have kind of found that VeVe is like the middleman between what they're willing to do in terms of NFTs and kind of like, not lose their clients' money on like, random meme projects. But yeah, we definitely have some good stuff to look forward to on that point. Now, I believe if we go to have an upcoming drop this Saturday. So we got the decon stuff. Now, I was going to skip the decon drops completely. However, I do quite like the Yosuke Yamamoto one, Monkey King. Yosuke Yamamoto. This is really cool. So if we have a look at Yosuke, right? Okay, I think this is loading. It's taking a while. Okay, let me swap. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yosuke Yamamoto. So that's the cabbage thing that he has. Let's see what else he got. I think we can go to his store. Keeps opening, like every time I click something, it opens in a new tab. That's kind of annoying. Okay, let's okay, let's swap this to here. Okay, here we go. Let's kind of see what kind of stuff he has, because I do actually like what he showed so far. Okay, so I think that's him. Yosuke Yamamoto, Japanese guy. Mighty Jax. So Mighty Jax does the collectibles for it. Okay, so this is the one, the Moonflower. Holy crap, that's expensive. Wow. $822 for this cabbage head. I mean, fair enough. That's a pricey cabbage right there. Let's see what else. If you click shopping, maybe that one's like an anomaly. Let's see. Wow, his stuff is quite expensive. I guess it must be like super collectible. Okay, fair enough. Weifeng, cute. is that referring to the cabbage heads? I mean, it is quite cool. Like, He has some cool stuff. This is cool. Wish upon me. I reckon they're gonna drop this after. Wait, all of his things are like these shapes, which are massive heads. What the hell? Look at that. It's a star head, and then we've got a cube head, and then we've got the cabbage head. Does VeVe really need Omi? I mean, well, every gem transaction is backed by Omi. So without Omi in the app, gems don't really work. Just can't watch without. Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think they're making noise anymore. Unless you joined late, then yeah, you would have probably heard the noise right at the start. Let's see. So, Kozin Dan is also going to be in the Decon drop as well. And he is launching his 2 new posters, Kozin Dan. I'm going to be going for the Yamamoto one. So you can only pick one drop this time. So they're going to be doing all the drops in one go rather than one at a time. And so you have to pick which one you want to go for. So Kozin Dan, his one's not as valuable as Yamamoto. Yamamoto. I do like the artwork though. Kozin Dan stuff. He has some cool stuff. And then I don't like the Camille Garcia's one because it's not really a new character that she's doing. It's the so she's doing that vulture. Oh, it doesn't even show up on images. Vultura something. It's the one, Macabre. Oh, because it's coming up to shopping. Let's go to images. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So they're dropping the darker colored one. Holy crap, there's multiple colors of it. There's a yellow one, there's a blue one. VeVe's just going to be dropping all of them like multicolored. See, this would be cool, right? Is if they dropped it in like this different pose, like it's got the wings open. Like, I think that would be better. But they've gone from dropping this one, which is the original one, to this one. No, it's this one. This dark one. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to skip the vulture. How do I find out where I sit for set counts? Pushing for 100 before time runs out. Is this for VeVe? Sitting at 85 sets. You can just click profile. It will show you how many sets you have when you click on your profile on VeVe, if that's what you're referring to. Randy Warren, would you trade a secret rare Marvel comic #1 for a 2-digit secret rare Spider-Man collectible? Okay, so 2-digit secret rare Spider-Man. I would actually, yeah. I mean, a normal 3-digit Spider-Man secret rare that goes for around about 20k right now. Secret rare Marvel Comics #1, I think, is going for around about between 27 to 30k. However, you know, those sales are very, very hard to come by because it's quite an expensive piece. So obviously, it's illiquid as well. 2-digit secret rare Spider-Man, I would probably value that around about similar. Yeah, I mean, I prefer the Secret Rare Spider-Man, but that's up to you. Yeah, entirely up to you. Maybe comics just explode, and yeah, the Secret Rare Marvel comic #1 becomes way more valuable. I think you'd have to decide on that one, but it's not a bad trade. I don't think it's a bad trade. Just been waiting for MCP. Yeah, MCP, I think they definitely need to do something to reward collectors, because right now, like Hero, they've been rewarding collectors, right? So, obviously people aren't as frustrated in terms of the airdrops and things like they're doing with the leaderboard. The main frustration people have with Hero is, people just want to kind of get into the drops, but they're doing a lot of whitelisting, so it's quite difficult. Well, I say it's difficult. It's actually easy if you're a fan of DC, because then you can do the quizzes and things. And if you're really good at it, you can get allow listed. Or if you're actually collecting, then yeah, you get allow listed as well. So I'm actually already allow listed for the next Hero drop already. Like I just found out, because I'm in the top. I'm within the top 250 globally. So I'm actually, I think we'll check what rank I am actually. I can't remember. So I will need to double check, but let's just have a look. If I swap screen to Hero. Okay, let's see. I am currently leaderboard. I think we can check leaderboard from here as well. I am currently. Oh, where am I? Did I drop? Or does it just not show me on here? Does it show everyone? Oh, this is digital, not hybrid. Let me switch to hybrid. Okay, here we go. So on hybrid, I am number 28. So I'm still in the top 30. I used to be in the top 5. Let's see. That's global though. If I switch it to GB, oh, I'm not in the top 3 anymore. I used to be in the top 3 in the UK. So yeah, the people ahead of me, they've all got max mythics. I don't have a single mythic. And the 3 people below me all have 3 mythics, and I'm still ahead of them. That's how many points I have. Yeah, I'm ahead of him by quite a bit as well. Kozu and Dan are Kozu and Dan Kitchens. Meaning top percent compared to other users. Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, Master Collector program, I think, is going to do well. Pushing for... Okay. Yeah, I think if you can get like to above 100 sets, like before MCP rolls out, then you should definitely be good. I mean, I'm aiming for, that front page leaderboard on VeVe as well. So I'm on like 105 sets now, I think, 105. You missed the whole conversation. You need to rewind. But we basically discussed the CPF, the investment from the funds in Singapore, and yeah, you basically need to go back if you want to like re-hit that part. What is your average entry price for OMI? I've got 18 mil average 0.3. We have a very similar average price. My average is around about 0.3 as well. Yeah, I've got about 32 million OMI, around about 0.3 average price. Massive loss so far. Thinking of DCA. I mean, you should be DCAing at these prices anyway. Like, OMI is half the price of what you paid for it. So if anything, buying more would bring your average price down. And I don't see it sat at these low prices for that long. There's so many catalysts that will come once OMI's got utility. It's as soon as utility is embedded for OMI through OUP, that's when all the exchanges and everything will come around. And that's when, we're gonna kind of it'll pay. That's when I believe it'll pay off, having gotten in that early. Yeah, Darth Vader's in the background. I already showed Darth Vader earlier. He's chilling over there. Or as people call him, Darth Bird. Got Darth Bird in the background. Okay, just move myself off the stream there for a second. Did you try and complete the superhuman stress? No, I didn't. No, I didn't bother with that because I said I would complete it if I landed at least one legendary, and I didn't land any, so I just sold everything. I wasn't going to bother. I do still have, like, my entire low mint mythic set though. I mean, sorry, not mythic, my hybrid set. So I've got like some very nice low mint cards. Got low mint Superman. I've got a super low mint Wonder Woman, double digit. I've got the low mint Joker as well. 283. Yeah, I've got quite a few low mints here. Just got a 3-digit Aquaman as well. And then we've obviously got the classic card. Let me pull out this one. Oh wait, this is my lowest mint card actually. Let me show you guys. That's my lowest mint. I don't know if you guys can see. It is A6. So I have a single digit mint. Legendary. If you are justice, please do not lie. So this is a legendary hybrid card. Single digit. That's pretty good. And then we have the Gale. The meme Flash himself. What are we talking about today? So we were discussing, the catalysts that are going to push off VeVe. The main one, which is the news surrounding the CPF in Singapore, because they are investing in NFTs. VeVe NFTs are kind of like the main ones in their sites. So, institutional money makes ETH whales look like little kids with pocket change, to be honest. Superman A2, nice. Yeah, if I pulled a Superman or, a Bane, I would have completed the set, but I didn't get a single legendary, so I was like, right, it's no point. I'm not going to be able to complete it because I do not have the spare capital for that. Yeah, so this is the other thing, okay? So if we just go back to the VeVe stuff. So we have two ways we can approach this, right? We can go decentralized to appeal to the ETH whales. So that's one side. Or we can go partly centralized, like a hybrid model, and appeal to the institutions. Which ones are bigger, ETH whales or institutions? I mean, without a shadow of the doubt, institutions absolutely dwarf ETH whales. I mean, if the ETH whales were genuinely interested in VeVe, even if they were, they would look like little kids with pocket change in comparison to, like, these huge institutions like Grayscale, for example. So even if we were to try and appeal to these ETH whales that are kind of ignoring VeVe, they're still not really going to do as much as what these institutions can do. And you have to be somewhat centralized for these institutions to consider investing into your platform. And that is where VeVe is going to really, really shine. So that's why I'm not worried, because NFTs are a new thing for these institutions, but VeVe is going to be kind of like the gateway for them, as confirmed already by David. So yeah, that's going to be pretty awesome when that does happen. Okay, actually, I have one more thing. So I am going to be at Crypto Asia, so Crypto Expo Asia 2022. So I'll show you guys what that is in a second. So Crypto Expo, if I go to this screen here. Okay, so it is in Singapore, actually, Crypto Expo Asia this year. So I'm going to be at this event. I'll be representing Epico Regal. For those who have played Epico Regal, it's a partner game of Ecomi. And you can basically win OMI tokens from it eventually. There'll also be OMI token burning. So lists of speakers, we have okay, here we go. So Venkatesh, he is one of the speakers. He's also founder and CEO of Epico Regal. Not that guy. This guy. What the hell? Why is that guy's picture coming up? That is. Okay, they need to fix this. They've got some other guy's picture on Venkatesh. Okay, so ignore the guy's face. So Venkatesh, founder and CEO of Wall Street Studios, so that's a company based in London. As an innovator for disrupting the market, emerging technologies in blockchain, edtech, DeFi, NFTs, metaverse, an engineer and MBA background, has been endorsed by the UK and India government for his work. That is definitely not Venkatesh. That guy's picture there. That is the wrong picture. I don't know if they didn't realize that, but yeah. So you can see some of the sponsors and stuff here. There we go. There's Epico Gold sponsor. So I will be at this event and can show you guys what they gave me to wear at this this event. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, so I'll be wearing one of these t-shirts. So they got like the QR code on the back. And yeah, there'll be some exhibition games and whatnot. So I think that'll be pretty cool. When would you guess VeVe onboards Asia? I think that's kind of low priority. I think MTL is main priority, as well as OUP. I think localization, they're not too worried about it because localization, they kind of want to bring that in probably once they start to roll out the proper Asian IPs, like anime and things. And for those who don't know, I believe they have got Shonen Jump, and Shonen Jump includes Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Naruto. I believe they have that. Let me see if I can show you guys why. Let's see. Yeah, Shonen. Yeah, confident that we will do well with that. Okay. So Mr. Alfred Kahn was actually involved in doing some licensing for Shonen. Just trying to find some articles explaining that. Let's see. Actually, I think he did. Let's see. He definitely did some Shonen stuff. I remember that. Maybe it was One Piece. Oh yes, it must have been One Piece because One Piece was part of 4Kids. Yes, it was definitely One Piece. Okay, so I'll show you guys that now. So, okay, so One Piece was part of 4Kids as well. So he's the one who licensed that, I believe, for 4Kids. Okay, so here we go. So in an interview on April 24th, 2005, so Alfred Kahn's been in the game for a long time. CEO Al Kahn, so that's our man, Mr. Alfred Kahn, suggests that One Piece, along with every other 4Kids property, would receive an uncut DVD release, and added that anime fans would have to accept that it's going to be available in 2 styles. So yeah, there was obviously for 4Kids, they dubbed it and they edited it as well to make it suitable, but then there was also the unedited version, which is kind of like, they kept in like some of the adult jokes and things. So they did that quite a lot with animes in the US. American home video rights to the series were sub-licensed to Viz Media, who began releasing the edited version. Despite Al Kahn's earlier statements, Viz were unable to release an uncut version as they were not involved with the dub's production. So censorship. In Japan, early episodes of One Piece aired at 7 to 7:30 p.m. 4Kids reportedly licensed the series. So here you go, right? So Al Kahn, the man behind 4Kids, he licensed the series based on its merchandising potential and success in Japan. So One Piece licensing, Alfred Kahn. One Piece is a part of Shonen Jump. What else do we have that is part of Shonen Jump? Like, you guys should know if you're into anime. What else is Shonen Jump? So if we just search for Shonen Jump stuff. So that's the first part, right? Let's, okay, so Shonen Jump. We have Naruto, definitely. I mean, that's right there. We have Bleach as well. That is also Shonen Jump. And then the big one, the big boy, is Dragon Ball Z. That is also Shonen Jump. So Shonen has quite a lot of stuff. Shonen's got a lot. So, oh, is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Shonen Jump? I didn't know that. I mean, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is huge. I didn't know JoJo was a shonen. That's interesting. I mean, I would definitely be up for that. Let's see. Oh, okay. Blue Exorcist is shonen as well. JoJo is shonen. Wow. I didn't know that. Tokyo Ghoul. Jujutsu Kaisen. This one is huge right now. I mean, VeVe has VeVe's got My Hero Academia. VeVe's got so much stuff to work with. And, you know, the links are there. 4Kids, One Piece, Alfred Khan, Shonen Jump. The links are there. One Punch Man. So One Punch Man, I believe they have licensed that because One Punch Man was exhibiting at the same licensing expo that David, you went to. And he did say he has all the licenses that he wants. Pretty sure he would want Dragon Ball because he seems like an anime fan. Demon Slayer, yes. So Demon Slayer and Dragon Ball Z, VeVe has been liking images of these statues of the. Well, they did it a while back. So, you know, I would expect them to have gotten the licensing for that a while back. Because they got so much licenses under their belt. It's ridiculous. I heard about Chainsaw Man, actually. I haven't. I think the anime for that's coming out. So they've got a lot of stuff under their belt. They've got a lot. Hyped anime drops to come to VeVe, especially Dragon Ball. Yeah, I mean, Shonen Jump, Alfred Khan, it's all there. Hey, Cryptoverse, how's it going? Bleach, yeah, Bleach, Shonen Jump, DBZ, and Naruto. I mean, yeah, they'll definitely destroy the app. So, like, you guys can see, the links are there. Alfred Khan, 4Kids Entertainment, they did the licensing for One Piece for the US. One Piece is Shonen Jump. Shonen Jump stuff includes Dragon Ball, you know, JoJo, Bleach, Naruto, like some huge IP. Like, literally, like, they can't do localization. Well, they should do localization before they drop all these IP, because these are the type of IP that would basically bring in all of Asia. Like, the app would basically become non-functional if they bring in, like, you know, the amount of fans that are within these these fandoms. So yeah, pretty crazy, hectic stuff there. Let's see. What else did they have? Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously, Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, Alfred Khan's thing. David, you also did distribution of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, so you know he's kind of like known for that. Damn, Shonen Jump has done a lot of stuff. Death Note, Dragon Ball Full. Okay, so they like broken up Dragon Ball Z into various different arcs. There's a manga for Jocko. Jocko is like a character from Dragon Ball Super. I didn't realize he had his own manga. I thought it was just like a random side character. Okay, interesting. Man. Oh, Toriko, yes. I've heard of Toriko. Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously. Man. And Naruto, obviously, the classic. Yeah, Shonen Jump has so much stuff. Like, that is crazy. All these animes or Pokemon. Oh, that's tricky. I would probably say Pokemon would do better. Just because a lot of these animes, like you kind of have to be a bit of a, well, you don't have to be, but they do appeal mainly to anime fans, whereas Pokemon appeals to anime fans and pretty much everyone else. Like Pokemon appeals to everyone basically. So I would say if it comes to mass adoption, Pokemon is better. And Pokemon in itself does have a lot of variety. You know, there's like thousands of Pokemon now at this point. And that's the thing. I think people get frustrated if it's just one IP because there's no variety, but because there's so many different Pokemon, I think the app would be fine. Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z would bring a tidal wave of users. Yeah, definitely, 100%. I mean, the amount of new users that will come to the app from Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z would be crazy. Okay, so we are going to go for another 5 minutes. We're going to cut it a bit quick today because I am doing Pokemon Go Fest tomorrow. So I'm going to be playing, so I need to wake up early. And it's getting a bit late. So Pokemon Go Fest is kind of like the event that people go around and play with. You know, it's like a global event. And I've got so I've got one of these kind of Pokemon gotchas. I need to attach this thing to it. Yeah, so there you go. You guys can see. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing definitely more variety of IP because I do like what VeVe's dropped so far, but you know I'm waiting for the anime stuff. That's what I'm looking forward to. Oh, FMA, Fullmetal Alchemist. Yes, Fullmetal Alchemist is big. But yeah, where VeVe is going to struggle is the technical limitations, right? Because the IP side is perfect. Like they're not going to get beaten in IP. Like no one is going to challenge them. Where they're going to struggle is delivery because the app obviously still has some issues, you know, scaling. And there just hasn't been that much in terms of new features. Like it's been a year and the app is still, you know, I mean, they've delivered the marketplace. They've added a few kind of like AR, VR features. They've optimized a lot of the app, which is good. You know, they've added like additional sections, you know, made the UI a bit better. But in terms of like actual things to do with the app, like, you know, MCP, like, you know, the big chunky stuff, we're still waiting on that. So I think that's where they're going to struggle. Same thing with the VeVeverse. The VeVeverse is a huge, huge task. I believe they're going to have to partner up with an existing game studio in order to deliver VeVeverse. Like, I don't see how they can do it on their own. And that's going to be the challenge is who should they partner with and what does that roadmap look like? You know, what's the time for delivery? Because if they're going to come out and say another 2 years for VeVeverse, you know, people are going to be pretty frustrated because people are expecting the first iteration this year and they haven't been very good with their timelines, but, you know, it's understandable. It is pretty tough, but, you know, their estimations, that's one of the things I believe they can definitely work better on. Estimations are not their strong point. Okay, so we will end it there soon. I'll take another question. See what's happening on Twitter. Twitter says, damn, that's a lot of resources. I help society. Yes, he's doing some more giveaways. Oh, Tales from Sif. So this was Tales from Reserve. He makes some really good videos. I definitely check out his stuff. He makes some good stuff. Back cows, yes. Back. Oh, yes, Omi. So I am staking Omi actually. I'll show you guys the what's in the old Omi staking right now. So I have currently got. Let's see. Here we go. So I have nearly $200 of free Omi. Well, not free because I stake my Omi. So you know. I'm earning it through staking my Omi, but you know, nearly $200 of Omi from staking, which is really, really nice. If I had like at least 100 million Omi, I'd feel better, because then I'd be making a very nice amount. But $200 from staking Omi, I mean, that's not bad, especially at these prices. No, I don't think being remote is a factor, because most tech companies nowadays operate remotely. They'll have teams split up across the world. That's not really an issue. I think the issue is, I think hiring in this space is difficult, because there aren't that many people who know what they're doing like really, really well. It's a very, very difficult thing. But VeVe, because they're pioneers in the space, they're quite early. I think they'll retain that first to market advantage with the metaverse stuff, to be honest. Weekend drops, I'm not like super excited by them. I quite like the Yamamoto stuff that I showed earlier. So the Moonflower, I'm gonna probably go for that one, because that's a new artist as well. We haven't had him, so at least that's something new. It's not like a recoloration of something that we had before, or slightly different, like with some of the other artists. A Nintendo partnership would be pretty mad. I don't know if that would happen, but if that did, it's game over for the app. Yeah, it is 10 past now, so I think we'll end it there. But price predictions for tomorrow, I don't see these things like exploding or anything. I mean, we have the Series 1 stuff from before, so I think like some of the Kozen Dan stuff is going for like 300, so I think the newer stuff should be a bit less. Maybe 200 for the Kozen Dan stuff. The Vultura, I think that's like is it 200 or 150 or something right now? I think that's going to be similar price. Actually, probably a bit more, because I think the newer one has less editions. I don't see these things going for crazy amounts. A few hundred gems, because gems are really, really tight on the app right now. And we also have the Harley Quinn drop as well. So the Harley Quinn one is quite funny. So yeah, people are still recovering from Darth Vader as well, because that just drained the app of like a lot of gems. So I think a lot of people, they kind of want to stack common and uncommon Darth Vaders rather than stacking, decon stuff. Although there are collectors out there who just want to complete the sets, or they like the artist, which is fine. I want to complete the sets as well. So yeah, that's the other thing to look at. But yeah, we'll end it there. So thanks so much for watching, guys. We will catch you guys in the next stream, which would be hopefully soon, with some more guests. I think we'll get Randy or Taps, or one of these guys on as well. Maybe a few other special guests. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. See you guys in the next one. See ya.